Welcome back, everybody. Now, let's talk music. And after a decade-long hiatus, Rowan Zerf, a former lead guitarist and vocalist of the renowned Afrikaans boy band NRG, is ready to reclaim his place in the music world with the release of his highly anticipated single, Hier Om Te Tan. Now, this seasoned guitarist and singer made his official debut in the music industry in 2011 and joins us now in studio to share more on the release of his newest single and music video. Rowan, very good morning. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Morning, Sipiwe. How are you?
Good. How are you, man?
Good,
to see you. Good to have you on the show. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Yeah?
Net Hier Om Te Tan.
I was close, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you took a 10-year break from the music industry.
Yes.
And you've bounced back now. Was this used to reflect and plan meticulously for your comeback?
Initially, no. It was kind of just things took a different turn. I ended up in the United States. I was up in Colorado for a couple of months riding horses and up in the Rocky Mountains, and from there I kind of slowly just meandered my way back into music.
Okay.
But it took 10 years.
And how has it been returning as a solo artist?
It's changed a lot. The industry's changed a lot. It's become very fast-paced, very dynamic. Social media is playing a much bigger role. When I left, streaming hadn't really started yet. So it's a very fast learning curve for me to adapt.
Right. So how has your music changed now compared to when you were part of the band?
It's a bit more mature.
Is it?
I mean, it was 10 years ago. If one doesn't mature in 10 years, then there's not much hope, I guess. So it's a bit more mature. There's a lot of the very first track, that Hier Om Te Tan, that we've released, is very tongue-in-cheek. It's very light-hearted. But we're moving to a lot more wholesome, more organic as time goes by.
Then in terms of the genre, did you stick with the same genre that you had adopted when you're part of the group, or is it something totally different? Is it a totally different offering and totally different genre?
I think it is slightly different, and in fact what I'm going to be showing you guys today is even more different. It's not a new concept. Someone like Ed Sheeran brought the concept of looping to the world and introduced them to it very well, and has had an illustrious and successful career as a result thereof. What I'm going to be doing, but I'm not going to be doing all of it today in studio because it takes about 20 minutes just to sign everything in security over here, and the whole concept is scripted looping. So I basically become the whole band. I play several instruments, play guitar, drums, bass, keys, and sing as well. So the whole concept that I'm moving towards is actually to take up mantle as my whole band. So it'll just be me on stage, but with a whole set of instruments. Right. That's where the direction I'm moving in. And today I'm just going to demonstrate a little bit of that with the guitar, my voice, clap of my hands, and a bass drum.
Let's talk about the single and the underlying message behind it.
So I was sitting at a restaurant one day, and there was quite a beautiful girl sitting across from me, and I was trying to get her attention, like one should.
Okay.
And I couldn't get her attention because she had a fork in the one hand and her phone in the other. And I realized nowadays, unless you have someone's social media details, there's no way that you can get their attention. And basically, the concept behind it is this girl's on the beach. She's just there to tan. She's on her phone, selfies, Instagram, all of that. Sometimes in life we need to put the phone down and look up because we might actually miss out on something great in real life. So that's the message behind it.
Okay, got you. And you co-wrote the song with your brother Chad.
That's correct, yes.
With Robin Kelly, right?
Robin Kelly was the producer, yes.
Yeah. Let's talk about the entire creative process. What goes into it, what it entailed, and who does what or who did what in this particular project.
So normally, my brother lives in Cape Town. I'm up here in Gauteng. So normally I would come with an idea and record it and send it down to him. But this specific song we were actually visiting.
He's also in the industry?
Yes, he is. So this specific one, we were sitting together, and I had this idea on guitar and started playing, and came up with a hook. And then from there, I would work on pre-production. I record all the guitars in my studio, and then everything gets sent off to Robin Kylie, where we arrange and put it all together. And then the final vocals are recorded there, and then he does the final mix down and production from his side.
And I see you play 8 instruments, right?
Yes, sir.
How do you do that? And just share with us and how it helps you create music.
So music to me is a language. And an instrument, the way I see it, is the difference between a pen, a pencil, a Koki, a different color. It's still the same language. So instead of looking at each instrument and being overwhelmed by it, it's just a way of expressing with a different writing apparatus, if that makes sense.
Different writing apparatus, but they all serve the same purpose.
Yes.
Same as music.
So if you understand music, which hopefully one day I will, you just put it all together and press buttons until it sounds pretty.
Yeah, yeah. And apart from playing 8 instruments, you also do a whole lot of stuff. I mean, you're a professional hunter and certified to work with venomous snakes.
That is correct, yes, yes.
Geez, how did you get the love to work with venomous snakes?
My late uncle, Brian Renz, he was very big into snakes and he was a snake wrangler. And as a little kid, he was always catching snakes and little animals and things like that. And it was an interesting concept for me. And rather than killing them because they're in the way, I've learned to move them away and set them free elsewhere.
What about the risk, though?
There's risk. But what about the risk of getting into our car every single day?
Well, I guess. And the risk of having camped at the Rocky Mountains for 6 months. Yeah?
That was insane.
That was crazy, man.
I'm completely healed from any desire to be cold ever again. The coldest day that I had was about 2 o'clock in the morning. We were up in the mountains on a horseback, and it was minus 30 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And after that day, I just look at clouds and I get cold.
Okay, okay. Just like today. Today is about 5 degrees Celsius, and you're wearing a tee.
Well, inside here it's warm, but I promise you, outside when I got here, I looked like an Eskimo.
Oh, but lovely chatting to you, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on the show.
Great stuff. Well, the former boy band lead guitarist and vocalist Rowan Zerf is looking to make his name as a solo artist known with the release of his single, Hier Om Te Tan. He'll be performing for us shortly.